Well, if that's the way you feel, forget it, Bick. Just forget it. But I think you're really outta line. Hello, huge movie fanatic Nate, stopping on by. This time I'm coming at you to review the Blu-ray of Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. The recently released Blu-ray from the recently released Deluxe Edition collection from Scream/Shout Factory. Now this is probably the most controversial artwork of the whole bunch, because neither of this artwork or the reversible artwork features the what all of us grew up with in North America, the hockey mask, the goofy ass hockey mask with the red light coming through the eyes or whatever. This I don't know. This artwork I think is from like a international artwork, and I think it's supposed to be like obviously kind of Tommy with the machete. And I was just thinking about it the other day. Well, it's not really misleading because Tommy does use a machete against Roy in the barn, so in that regard it's not really misleading, but I think on the cover it's kind of meant to be like, okay, whoever this kid is like the killer or whatever. But once again, it's Tommy with the bloody machete isn't really misleading because he did use a machete on Roy. So so this release, of course, is the first one in this collection that doesn't feature a new scan. So it's just using the '09 scan or whatever, but it's possible that because it's on its own disc, unlike the other ways that this was previously available, sharing a disc with Part 6, maybe it's a lot of people have said it possibly looks better, possibly because it's on its own disc. One thing that this release does feature, however, is the original mono track, which wasn't available on the previous North American Blu-ray release. So that's for this, that's really exciting for this original mono enthusiast and fan and purist right here, sitting here, talking about this particular disc, having grown up with this movie in the 80s and the 90s and stuff, and growing up, and also the DVD, which was the only way to see it up until '09 when they put out the the remastered versions or whatever. Original mono is all is the way I heard it up until '09. So it was kind of, even though the changes that were made with 5.1 remix weren't the biggest changes in the world, the things that you can really tell the difference between original mono and 5.1, for example, are the scene with the greasers and the guy's going to go take a dump in the woods or whatever. There's a part in the original mono where the sticks go, he hears these sticks from the woods go like and then like the same sound is used twice. The 5.1 version, the sound guy was probably like, well, that's so archaic to use the same sound twice. He only had it go once, so he hears the sounds from the woods. And unlike with the original mono, you only hear it once, not twice. And for me, I have a problem with that, because originally in the theater and as presented on home video for like more than 2 decades, that sound happened twice. And yes, it's a small little thing in the grand scheme of life and the world and stuff, but all I'm trying to say is, having original mono now available, restored and available now for the first time on Blu-ray in North America, finally I can hear those sticks cracking twice again and not just once. So although the 5.1 mix wasn't the biggest deal in the world, it is nice to have original mono for us original mono purists and enthusiasts like myself. I never had an issue with how this Blu-ray looked. I mean, all the original Blu-rays to me looked fine, except for maybe 6 with its goofy ass color problem that they did or whatever, which is supposedly, from what they say, fixed now with the Part 6 Blu-ray, which I haven't had a chance to watch yet. But I can definitely say that, kind of like with Final Chapters, seeing as how original mono is now restored on this release. See, we had the option to hear original mono in the first, the original Blu-rays of the first 3 films. So, Final Chapter and New Beginning, of course, are the only movies that were originally mono that we, up until now, didn't have the option on Blu-ray in North America to hear an original mono. So now it's nice to be able to have that option. And I think another thing that's exclusive to this particular release is a newly recorded commentary this year with the actresses that play Pam, Vi, and of course Tina from the movie. So it's probably, I think Peter Bracke is sitting next to the woman who plays Pam, and the other women are doing the commentary via Skype or something like that. And as I said with my review of the disc for part 2, I'm not huge on Skype commentaries or phone call commentaries just because the quality is just, you know, leaves a little bit to be desired or whatever. I guess, you know, I was more excited about like the part 2 cast commentaries and, you know, this part 5 commentary. And I don't know, maybe I was just, I don't know what I was expecting with these commentaries. I guess the idea of the commentaries maybe was a little more exciting than how they actually turned out. I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, I guess, I don't know what the hell I was expecting with the commentaries. I guess out of all the new commentaries, I kind of like the Amy Steele one, because I guess when you have 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 6 people that are they're all vying for a turn, you know, to say something or whatever, it gets to be kind of exhausting personally to listen to. So maybe that's why I like the Amy Steele one the best. It's just like 2 interviewers and 1 actress, and this is 1 interviewer and 3 actresses and 2 via Skype or whatever. You know, let's face it, I mean, it's definitely interesting. I didn't know the woman who played Pam, you know, basically hates the movie and just has this obsession with that scene where she's running in the rain and the sweater disappears and reappears and disappears and reappears as if it's the biggest thing in the entire world. I mean, you're in this goofy ass slasher movie, you know. I mean, granted, it's technically an issue and it's a bummer that it happened, but holy shit, seems like her whole life was ruined because of what the editor did with her sweater disappearing and reappearing. It's kind of funny to hear her go on and on about that, but you know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the commentary, I don't know. I guess maybe just the audio quality of these Skype commentaries just rubs me the wrong way. I mean, let's face it, it's interesting to hear things and their thoughts about the movie and stuff, but I don't know. I guess the commentaries, you know, aren't the biggest deal in the world. Opening up the case here, this is the artwork they put on the disc. I want to say that's international artwork. I don't think that was poster art that was ever used in North America, but I could be wrong about that. So as I've shown you already, you've got this cover art option, and what's really cool is I don't know if I've ever seen this picture here of Vic like attacking Joey there. It's just kind of a fun picture, like just rah! And then of course that guy with the leather strap around his eyes. So basically the first 5 films of this collection feature reversible cover art options. So you've got the option for this cover art or this cover art, which is original theatrical North American cover art from what I understand, owning the poster in real life myself. And I don't have a problem with this particular cover. As a matter of fact, this is the cover I'm going to go with because it's the only version, the only variant that features a little bit of the original home video VHS North American artwork of that classic hockey mask. I don't mind the type, you know, the type kind of word posters. I think they're kind of classy in their own way, and that particular cover has this for the back artwork, Tommy Jarvis kicking ass, and girls, one of them in shock and one of them not so much in shock. Hope you guys enjoyed my review of the Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning Blu-ray release from the Scream Factory Deluxe Edition Friday the 13th collection. Thank you very much for watching this video, and as always, we'll catch you on the next one.